अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। तमाम दोस्तों को मेरी तरफ से सबसे पहले तो अस्सलाम वालेकुम और थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन। आप लोगों की जो फीडबैक आ रही है और चीज़ें आ रही हैं, इट वाज सो मच मीन टू मी एज वेल, यू नो लाइक जिस तरह आप लोग सब सारे शुरू से आप मेरे प्रोग्राम्स देख रहे हैं और चीज़ें देख रहे हैं। फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम मेरे ख्याल से मैं CEO बोल टीवी जो है उनका किया था और पाकिस्तान की सियासत और इसके ऊपर हम लोग बात कर रहे थे और चीज़ें कर रहे थे, एंड दैट वाज क्वाइट गुड, यू नो लाइक कि लोगों को उस टाइम पे पता भी लग रहा था कि ओवरऑल दुनिया के अंदर किस तरह चेंजेस आ रही हैं, चीज़ें आ रही हैं, और जो है जो आजकल का माहौल चल रहा है इस टाइम के ऊपर, कोरोना का स्पेशली, उसके ऊपर हम लोग किस तरीके से बातचीत कर रहे थे, चीज़ें कर रहे थे। इसके साथ साथ मैंने आगे बढ़ते गया, डिफरेंट शोबिस के लोगों को भी लेके आया, जिसमें नदीम जाफरी थे। नदीम जाफरी हैव डन एक्सेलेंट शो और उसने काफ़ी मोटिवेशन चीज़ें भी बताई और चीज़ों के बारे में बताया। इसके अलावा फिर स्पोक्समैन ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर इमरान खान साहबजादा जहांगीर साहब थे मेरे साथ, और उनके साथ भी बड़ी चीज़ें हुई। और रिलीजियस तौर पे मैंने बेसिकली यहाँ पे मुफ्ती अब्दुल वहाब साहब को लिया था और दो चार और लोगों को, इमरान जो मोटिवेट कर स्पीकर थे। आज के जो गेस्ट हैं मैं उनके बारे में थोड़ा सा बता दूँ। शी वॉज अमेजिंग पर्सन, अमेजिंग ह्यूमन बीइंग, वेरी डाउन टू अर्थ। और जो कहते हैं ना कि जब इंसान को कोई पोजीशन मिलती है एंड चीज़ें होती है तो दे कांट हैंडल इट समटाइम्स, यू नो लाइक पीपल थिंक अबाउट, वो हो जाते हैं कि उनको समझ नहीं आती कि यार इतनी बड़ी, बट शी इज सो अमेजिंग पर्सन। व्हेन आई मेट हर, यू नो लाइक फर्स्ट टाइम, एंड माय वर्डिंग वाज, यू नो लाइक अल्लाह मियाँ देखो ऐसे लोगों को देता है जो डाउन टू अर्थ लोग होते हैं, एंड शी इज सच, यू नो लाइक एक कहते हैं ना कि जहाँ जाते हैं वो उस एरिया को जो है ना खुशगवार बना देते हैं। तो इनकी भी पर्सनालिटी भी वैसी है और एनर्जेटिक पर्सन, यू नो लाइक इनको मैंने कोशिश कर रहा था एज अ पर्सनल गेस्ट, एज अ पर्सनल फ्रेंड के तौर पे मैंने इनको बड़ी कोशिश कर रहा था मैं देखा इनको लेने, क्योंकि ये इस टाइम के ऊपर शी वॉज मोर फोकसिंग ऑन देयर चिल्ड्रंस, क्योंकि उन्होंने अभी ऑफ ली थी। वो भी हम बात करेंगे कि क्या वो चीज़ें होती हैं कि लोग इतनी अच्छी जॉब और इतनी चीज़ों को छोड़ के, बट जब फैमिली आती है, फैमिली ऑलवेज कम फर्स्ट। अब इसको भी अंदाजा करें कि उन्होंने कहा नहीं, आई हैव टू गो विद माई किड्स एंड एवरीथिंग, फिर उसके बाद उधर चलेंगे। बट कहने का मकसद सिर्फ ये है कि हम लोगों को इन जैसे लोगों से लर्न करना चाहिए, और मैंने इनको लाने का मकसद भी यही था मेरा कि एक तो हम लोग ओवरऑल चिट चैट पे बात भी करेंगे। शी वॉज, यू नो लाइक एक्सलेंट उर्दू, कि हम अंग्रेजी सीखते हैं, इन्होंने उर्दू सीख के लोगों के दिल जीते और लोगों को मिलाया आपस में, नॉट हेयर इन 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 पाकिस्तान, इन इंडिया, इन एवरीवेयर। जो लोग मिला रहे होते हैं अपनी जबान के जरिए, आई पर्सनली थिंक दे आर यू नो लाइक पीस मेकर्स एंड एम्बेसडर होते हैं वो, दे आर मोर इम्पोर्टेंट टू अस एज वेल। तो इनसे हमने लर्निंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी, जो आने वाली जनरेशन है, ये जो लोग हैं हमारे, या जो लड़कियां हैं जो देखेंगी आज का शो या देखना चाहेंगी आगे चल के, उनको मोटिवेशन मिले कि देखो हम जब अगर कोई मोटिवेशन के तौर पे अगर हम कोई सही रास्ते पे चलना चाहें, वी कैन डू एनीथिंग, वी कैन अचीव एनीथिंग। तो आज की जो हमारी गेस्ट हैं, शी इज स्पेशल गेस्ट, हलेना वाइट इनका नाम है, एंड प्रीवियसली शी वाज वर्किंग एज, अभी छुट्टियों पे ली हुई है, स्पोक्स पर्सन फॉर US स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट फॉर एशिया। और इनकी बहुत सारी खूबियों में से एक खूबी ये भी है कि उर्दू लैंग्वेज इन्होंने बाकायदा सीखी। और देखें, लैंग्वेज जब सीखने के बाद आप उसको इस्तेमाल नहीं करते हैं तो वो थोड़ी सी ज़ाया हो जाती है, तो जब आप बोलते रहते हैं तो सही हो जाता है। ऑब्वियसली उन्होंने सीखने के बाद थोड़ी थोड़ी सी होती है कि उनको लोग मिलते रहें तो वो और ज़्यादा पॉलिश अप हो जाती है। तो आज भी जब वो बात करेंगी तो वो उनके हम पॉलिश अप भी करेंगे, तो क्योंकि उनको याद रहे सब चीज़ों के बारे में अंदर भी। तो लेट मी, मैं और ज़्यादा टाइम आप लोगों का भी ज़ाया नहीं करूँगा, क्योंकि मुझे काफ़ी लोगों ने कॉल करी और कहा कि प्लीज़ हमको बताओ कितने बजे हो रहा है। तो मैंने कहा चलो ये तो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है कि चलो उनकी वजह से हमको भी लोग देख लेंगे। तो लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस हलीना वाइट। अस्सलाम वालेकुम हलीना।
वालेकुम सलाम फारिस साहब, बहुत शुक्रिया आपके इस्तकबाल के लिए और आपके kind words. I'm feeling a little, blushing a little bit. Thank you for your kind words.
नहीं, ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग ये हमारा भी मैं अपने अपने बारे में बताऊंगा आपको कि दैट वाज माय प्लेजर कि मैं आपको इस टाइम आपका इंटरव्यू कर रहा हूँ। अब देखें, आपके आते के साथ ही जो है वो मैसेजेस भी आने शुरू हो गए। यू आर डाउन टू अर्थ पर्सन टू फराज साहब एंड यू वेल एस्टैब्लिश, यू आर और वो भी कह रही हैं कि बिल्कुल एक इसी तरीके से चलता रहेगा और लोगों को काफ़ी आ रहा है, वेल डन, यू होप यू हैव अ ग्रेट शो। और देखें, ये चीज़ होती है कि आपका जो मैंने अब तक देखा है जो बैकग्राउंड, और आपकी मैंने यूट्यूब वीडियोस पे भी देखी, चीज़ें भी देखी। लेट्स गो फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट, यू नो, लाइक which you are from USA basically, and which city you born, and tell us about a little bit about your you know, your childhood as well, you know, like which kind of childhood you spent in USA, and which state you're from.
So मेरी पैदाइश Amarillo, Texas में हुई. Sorry if my grammar is a bit wrong.
It's fine.
और फिर जब मैं 10 साल की लड़की थी तो हम Nashville, Tennessee गई थी. तो ये दोनों रियासत, no, is that right? I'm sorry, I'm losing.
State is saying, yeah.
जनूबी USA में है, तो हमारी सकाफत थोड़ा सा, the Northerners like to say we're sort of slow and maybe a little bit too nice, but yeah, so I grew up in the southern US. Peer, lovely, you know, family. Mary.
So southern US means you are Texas area.
G, Texas, and then Tennessee. Don't know to country music jaga hai, cowboy jaga hai.
Okay.
Or Mary Amma or Baba dono college mein sikhate hain. So I think I had kind of a little bit exposure to you know, just a little bit of worldly exposure, even though I was in the South. Or Pir jab main 19 saal ki ladki thi, was studying English literature at university, and I decided ki मैं राजस्थान जाऊंगी. So
Helena, can I ask you, like, you're 19 years old, and 19 years old, जो kids होते हैं, they are not that passionate, you know, like they are, you know, like they are party wise, you know, like they have, you know, like going out, and they don't have any ambition as well. How many brothers and sisters you have basically?
So I am the हम 5 लड़कियां हैं. I'm the oldest of 4 sisters. असल में शायद ये ज़्यादा निजी बात है, लेकिन मेरी माँ बाप का तलाक हुआ, तो मेरी 2 सौतेली बहन ने पापा से और 2 सौतेली बहन ने मामा से, लेकिन पूरा बहन है. I mean, they're my sisters.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and they are beautiful, wonderful girls. So I was the eldest of all of them, and my parents were in their 40s raising new children. So I went off to India, and you know, I was always मैं थोड़ी सी shy हूँ. You know, I was not like the popular girl or anything, but I always just loved people. And when I was an English major, I started reading books written by South Asian authors in English. And I'm sure it was, you know, the usual catalog of Arundhati Roy and Salman Rushdie and Hanif Qureshi. But I just loved that Urdu English mix, kind of that Khichdi language. And so I became interested in Urdu and Hindi that way.
So this is the first time you heard about Urdu on that time?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I had Pakistani American and Indian American friends in high school. And so I must have been, you know, slightly aware. I was always very interested in world religions and world cultures. So but you know, I was in Nashville, Tennessee, so it wasn't the most sakafati, you know, sakafati place. And so I went off to Rajasthan, and it changed my life. I had just never felt such a warmth from people, the way they just adopted me. And Rajasthan, though, you know, there's definitely a Hindu-Muslim mix there, but even the Rajput culture, even among sort of the Hindu Rajputs, like फिर भी very Mughlai sakafat है ना, तो जो खाना है जो
सुधा शर्मा जो है ये BBC उर्दू के लिए काम करती है basically, वो BBC हिंदी के लिए काम करती है, and she's from India as well. And she was asking me about today, you know, like when she's coming, you know, like we know about के वो उनकी राजस्थान में वहाँ पे भी रही थी. Tell us about a little bit Rajasthan. Rajasthan है कैसा?
Oh, Rajasthan was amazing. So my university study abroad program was in the Morangar Kila, 500-year-old Kila. in Jodhpur above the Blue City. There was a hostel that had been built, shayad, 1950 mein, ek shadi ke liye. And we stayed in this hostel over the city, and we studied Hindi there. We studied Rajasthani. We participated in all kinds of, we went to weddings. And so I made that decision at that point. Then I wanted to keep studying. So I immediately came back. It was my last year in college, and I came back and I enrolled in a South Asian Studies program for graduate school at University of Texas. Or मेरे बाबा ने शिकायत किया, इन्होंने कहा कि आप क्या करेंगी, South Asian culture studies ke saath. We're not going to spend money on this. They wanted me to go be a doctor or a lawyer for sure. But nahi, aap intezar kijiye. So I went back as a graduate student, studied Urdu and Hindi. And then I joined the State Department, and I think I'm not a typical diplomat. I'm not a politics major, who went to Harvard or one of those top schools, but I love people and I love languages. So, well, I think I might have a boy or two.
Yeah, that's fine. This is absolutely fine. Yeah. अभी हम सबको ये पता है कि आजकल everyone is in the house or concern में अंदर भी है. What corporate problems
did I face speaking Urdu? Maybe, I think because I learned Hindi and Urdu together, and I've always really liked being able to switch back and forth depending on where I am. I think mixing up the words, like that's the problem I find. I might not thinking, siyasi, and then rajniti. I just
exactly.
लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि जो लोग बोलते हैं, जो आम लोग बोलते हैं, दोनों पाकिस्तान और इंडियन में, ये उर्दू है. ये sort of
majority Henry जो उर्दू भी है ना, वो आप अगर देखें तो वो बहुत सारी जबानों से मिलके बना है. And if you go कि उर्दू की जो तारीख है is a traveler language कहते थे इसको, क्योंकि travelers जो होते थे तो उनकी language में is a mix with English, with Persian, mixed with some sort of other language. तो बहुत सारी languages का एक जो मिला के किया है, that's called basically उर्दू. तो इसलिए आपको हमारे काफी वर्ड्स के अंदर से ऐसी हैं वर्ड्स हैं जो हम लोग we use in exactly as English word as well, like pajama is a
bungalow, chai.
हाँ, तो is so many words, like वो mix हो जाते हैं. और especially आप इंडियन मूवीज के अंदर भी देखें तो majority 95% was उर्दू basically. जो हिंदी जो है वो हिंदुस्तान के अंदर भी बहुत कम लोग समझते होंगे शायद इस चीज.
मैं एक कहानी बताऊंगी कि जब मैं when I first joined the State Department, Rajasthan, के आने के बाद, and I went in and I took my Hindi exam, trying to get my points, to because they reward us for speaking languages, and the very like pakki Hindutva wali teacher said, "You're not speaking Hindi, you're speaking Urdu." Well, maybe so, but it works. You understand me.
Exactly.
And I was saying like zindagi, and she would say, "Zindagi, ye zindagi kya hai?" Okay, Jeevan. But who's everyone says zindagi, in Delhi. Nobody uses the, Vishwavidyalaya or Shabdakali or whatever, the word. Everyone uses the Urdu word.
Exactly.
जैसे हम बात कर रहे थे show आने के पहले कि, before I even ever went to Pakistan, I had, these wonderful experiences with people who had lived in Pakistan. When I was 20, there was a new refugee family, Sharnarthi? No, sorry, that might be the Hindi word. Panagiro? What's the word for refugee? I used to know
refugee. Hijrat. Ab
dekho, there's another
speaking so many words we don't know. Refugees. I also say refugees because okay, उर्दू में क्या कहता है रेफ्यूजी को? रेफ्यूजी पनागुजीर खानदान, वो अफगानिस्तान से थे originally, but they were in Pakistan for many years. It was a family of very large, beautiful family of mostly daughters, and I was speaking Urdu with them,
I came back from India, and we had, I don't know, they might have called it Urdu, I might have called it Hindi, they might have called it Farsi, but we had a common language that we shared, and we watched Bollywood films together, and we ate together every day, and so that sort of started my love of it. Or फिर मेरी first posting के लिए मैं श्रीलंका गई थी. So you want to add something, Faris? Am I talking too much?
No. That's fine. What I understand is the language. When you're understanding each other language, that's called language basically. When you're going to आपने जो 15 0 में रह रही होगी, तो आपस में जब बातें कर रहे होगे, तो दोनों they can understand basically, ना? That's अच्छा, एक चीज मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि language when you start learning, आपने स्पेशली किन जगहों पे जब आपने शायरी पढ़ी कभी, तो आपने जब उसकी फीलिंग जो महसूस करी, डू यू फील इन द सेम वे लाइक इन इंग्लिश एज वेल, और व्हेन, बिकॉज़ उर्दू शायरी के अंदर जो कहते हैं इट्स सो मच डीप.
It's so much deeper. There's nothing like Urdu shairi. I mean, especially Faiz Ahmed Faiz is my favorite, but I'm going through the whole. Last time I was in Lucknow, I bought every Urdu poet I could find, and I'm slowly just reading through everything. There are कुछ एहसास तो हम अंग्रेजी में नहीं express कर सकते हैं, लेकिन Urdu में there's just such a deep level. And मुझे लगता है कि Urdu dramas में भी, I mean, I think this is part of Urdu Sakhafat, is this very sort of like deep human experience, deep, beautiful expression of Surya Sharma Sahiba, thank you.
Yeah, drama बता रहे थे, you were telling me about the drama.
I started out on Bollywood, right? And now that I've seen Pakistani dramas, I can't bother with Bollywood anymore because the Pakistani dramas are just so
deep. Yeah. तो उर्दू शायरी के अंदर you was telling me कि आपने उसको पढ़ा है, फैज अहमद फैज is your favorite, I think. और दूसरा कौन थे?
Well, I like Gulzar, although he's not Pakistani, right? He's like a Bollywood writer. But, yeah, and ghazals. I listen to ghazals. I have a bookshelf full of poetry. But these days, I've been reading a lot of Faiz.
Okay. और आप, let me go into this side now, and let me go and take you to other side as well. What I can see in you, that learning and all these things, like, देखिए आपसे पहले भी मेरे ख्याल से previously US स्पोर्ट्स डिपार्टमेंट में और बहुत सारे लोग आए होंगे, चीजें आई होंगी, but why the people are so connecting with you is 2 or 3 things what I can see now. Is one is your nature of a person, like you are very easygoing person and you love humans, what you just said as well. जो ह्यूमंस को मोहब्बत करते हैं, प्यार करते हैं, तो द बैक इज अगेन लव ही आता है उनको. जो प्यार करते हो तो आपके पीछे से लव ही आता है. बट व्हाट आई हैव सीन इनटू यू एज वेल, यू सॉर्ट ऑफ क्रिएटिव पर्सन एज वेल, व्हाट आई कैन सी. आप क्या कुछ क्रिएटिविटी है आपको था क्या? आप लाइक यू हैव टू गो सम सॉर्ट ऑफ वर्क, लाइक, एंड आई हैव मैं कोई क्रिएटिव साइट पे पड़ जाऊं या कुछ काम करूं.
Well, I said how my Baba ne shikayat kiya kyunki I did a South Asian studies degree, but for undergraduate I did creative writing, and so there was a big shikayat about that too. I've just always enjoyed creative expression, and I think I thought I would be writing novels by now rather than press releases, but I think that's the reason why I joined the Foreign Service, is because I love people and I love culture and I love languages, and my favorite thing about going and working in another country is getting to know the culture and the music and the food and the people. And although I've worked all over the world now, in Africa and North Africa as well as South Asia, South Asia mera man ka ghar hai, and I just immediately felt at home. And if you will indulge me in telling one more story, because I would like to shout out to my first Pakistani family. When I was 25, working in Sri Lanka, my very first posting for the Foreign Service, and wondering why in the world somebody made me at age 25 the spokesperson, and feeling like the little creative writing major again. But this Zahur Barla Sahib was the spokesperson for the Pakistani embassy in Sri Lanka, and he and his wonderful late wife Zaida Sahiba took me in. They had the 5 most beautiful little boys. I couldn't imagine at that point in my life having 5 sons. Now I have 2. That's but they run me over. And they took me in, and again, I thought I was speaking Hindi. We were speaking Urdu together, and from that day forward, I fell in love with. I had already fallen in love with Urdu culture in Delhi and Rajasthan, of course, but I wanted desperately to get to Pakistan. So I finally got to go in this last.
जरा मुझे पाकिस्तान का बताइए, जब when आप पाकिस्तान पहली दफा गई, बिकॉज आपका जो फ्रेंड्स वगैरह का सर्कल था, आपने वहाँ अमेरिका में भी पाकिस्तानियों से मिले हुए होंगे, यहाँ पे मिले होंगे, बट यू नेवर बीन इन पाकिस्तान. व्हेन यू गो इनटू पाकिस्तान, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ थिंग you have seen about food wise, especially clothes, like the girls like clothes, like and other stuff.
Well, I did a lot of good.
Tell us about went to Islamabad or Karachi and
Islamabad or Karachi गई हूँ. 2 बार Karachi और 1 बार Islamabad. और मुझे उम्मीद है कि इंशाल्लाह इस अगली नौकरी के बाद मैं पाकिस्तान में काम कर सकती हूँ. I bought lots of lovely clothes. Love the Pakistani fashions, best fashion, the lawn cotton, the very thin cotton I love. असल में हम हमारे मुलाकात सबसे पहले मुलाकात पाकिस्तान फैशन वीक में.
जी fashion week.
Love Pakistani fashion and food. I have a good friend who's a Pakistani American journalist in Washington, and his family. And when I was in Karachi, he happened to be there, and he and his sister took me out for some amazing Sindhi food in the mall, and then we went shopping afterwards. So I love.
जो एक एटमॉस्फेयर होता है, जो like especially for the girls, मैंने जहाँ भी जितने लोगों से सुना है, और like फॉरेन के अंदर जो भी रहते हैं, वो कहते हैं कि वहां जाके ना वुमेन्स के लिए बहुत चॉइसेस होती हैं, like they have a lot of different colors, like different fashion. Not men's के लिए वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है, और women's के लिए
It's everywhere.
Yes, exactly. and end of the day, I heard about respect के हिसाब से भी they are more into, like जो लोग समझते हैं कि like third world में ये औरत को हर जगह पे होता है जहाँ पे औरतों के साथ ज्यादती होती है या सही तरीके से यूज नहीं किया जाता, बट रिस्पेक्ट भी बहुत ज्यादा है इन कल्चर्स के अंदर.
Is it or tizib, Pakistani says tizib or Urdu tizib बहुत खास है, and I felt completely just completely safe and respected. It was beautiful. I loved being in Pakistan, and I very much look forward to going back.
अभी मैं recently एक ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अंदर एक लड़की है, उसने मोटर बाइक के ऊपर पूरा पाकिस्तान वो घूमी है. She went to Kalat, like all those places that we ever think about कि हम लोग तो जाए, but then when she came back, like she loved Pakistan, and she made one whole documentary about,
I remember that. I saw that. Yeah. Well, I loved it. Yeah. And Barlas Sahib also promised me no harm can ever come to you in Pakistan. So I really want to travel, and hoping to. मेरी अगली तो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, तो क्योंकि मेरे बच्चे की कुछ तकलीफ थे, मैंने फैसला किया कि मैं अपनी नौकरी से छोड़ दूंगी 1 साल तक.
मैं अगर आपसे मैं ये सवाल करूं कि हेनरी के देखें, आप माशाल्लाह इतनी अच्छी पोस्ट पे थी और इतनी चीजें भी थी. एज अ फैमिली यूनिट, whatever position you are, how important is your family in a work wise कि आपने अपने decision भी लिया, and you said no, like I have to take off, and it will maybe a big decision for you as well, क्योंकि जहाँ पे आप जब जाती हैं तो like the people trying to fill up, like और दूसरे लोग भी आ जाते हैं, चीजें भी होती हैं, but आपका अभी तक यानी कि जहाँ पे भी मैं देखता हूँ तो you have a fan following as well, and people are driving you as well, like कि कहाँ है, like where is she, and how important is the family, like
सबसे अहम बात, खानदान तो सबसे अहम बात, and you cannot be successful in your career without the support of your family. And JC, I was telling you, my older son has autism, and he's making that transition, to preteen senior school, and he was having a hard time. And halanki, Urdu tarjuman hona mere dream job, ख्वाब की नौकरी थी, बिल्कुल. It was absolutely my dream job, but I knew he's at that age where if I don't take this time with him now, then मुस्तकबिल में कुछ बड़ी तकलीफ हो सकती है. And I thought, I knew कि my connection, हमारी ताल्लुकात, or रिश्ता जनूबी Asian लोगों के साथ and my friends, it would still be there.
I probably know about a lot of people were missing you as well.
I miss them, and I miss them so much. But also घर रहना मेरे बच्चों के साथ, मैं तो अपनी ससुराल में हूँ असल में. My sas was very kind to let us, वो इंग्लिस्तान में भी रहती है, so she was very kind to let us stay here.
But
and
this is a very big thing as well, like जो देखने वाले हैं कि important of family unit is most important than anything. जब आपको family को आपकी जरूरत होती है, तो you have to be stick with that decision, and you have to do it, like with the pride as well, and things can like even better भी हो जाती हैं, चीजें भी हो जाती हैं. मैं थोड़ा सा हेनरी, जरा सा मैं आगे अगर आपको लेके जाऊं कि ओवरऑल आपने इंडिया भी गई हैं, दिल्ली में भी रही हैं, पाकिस्तान में भी रही. ओवरऑल इन दोनों के रिश्ते और इन लोगों के जो लोग हैं, वो आपस में बहुत ज्यादा कनेक्टेड है और बहुत ज्यादा प्यार करते हैं. बनिस्बत like what we have seen on the media and other stuff. मेरे भी बड़े यहाँ पे friends हैं, Indians हैं. They are love to us, like they're watching Pakistani dramas, we are watching Indian movies, so you have seen both sides, like.
और अगर मैं कह सकती हूँ, मैं थोड़ी सी मासूम थी सियासी के बारे में. Because I didn't realize, because to me, I mean, especially like North India and Pakistan के साथ, like ये ताल्लुकात बहुत नजदीक हैं. And I would even think, for me, like it's more difference, going north to south India, except for Hyderabad. I love Hyderabad. Oh,
okay.
Yes, I love Hyderabad in India.
And what about Hyderabad ki biryani?
Oh, biryani, yes, amazing food.
Okay.
So to me, I saw the similarities, and so I in fact, previous to coming to London as Urdu tarjuman, in that, which I am no longer. I'm here on my knees.
Yeah.
I was the South and Central Asia Bureau spokesperson back in Washington, and I joked when my farewell dinner, I had the Indian journalist and the Pakistani journalist come together, and I said thank you, for sitting in the same room for me, and they were wonderful friends. I mean,
what I have seen, Helena, कि आपकी ना respect पाकिस्तान में जितनी उतनी ही इंडिया में भी है. दोनों जगह पे आपको जो respect है ना, what I have seen, like आपकी intro में मैंने बोला है कि you are ambassador of peace as well, like जिस तरह होता है ना कि like what you are telling about, everyone is listening, like this is a very big thing कि लोग आपको like जिस तरह लेते हैं. क्योंकि देखें, एक चीज होती है ना कि connections, you connected very easily with the people. Like अगर किसी का कोई चीज होता है और चीज कोई भी होती है, तो you will be going very easy. Let's go for a little bit about like what is your favorite place, like in the whole world, like in UAE or Europe or in America or wherever you think like this is your dream place for go holidays.
Okay, I have so many dream places, but London for one of them, because London is a place where you can be in every country. You can hear every language.
Exactly.
So I definitely, my husband is from Reading, and so my kids are British citizens as well. So that feels like home. Definitely, I loved Islamabad. I loved Karachi too. I love Delhi. I think a very special place is Colombo, Sri Lanka, because it's where I met my husband and where we got married.
Okay.
So that's a special place. But I just love the world. Faisal,
But basically, you love, what I've seen, you love traveling, and in
yes,
your job
I
is
do.
more traveling as well.
But I'm also a homebody, so I mean, my favorite thing to do is like to have dinner with people in their home, and just and to have when I was back in Virginia, and when we moved back to Virginia this summer, I enjoyed having my Pakistani American friends over, and we would cook together and have iftars, and sometimes I'd invite the Indians as well, and everyone would be friends.
And
So
what kind of movies you like, basically? Like if you go for the movies or music, like.
So when it comes to Urdu Zaban ki movies, I love parallel cinema of like the 70s. So the Nasiruddin Shah, Shabana Azmi, like Silsila, Masoom, those kinds of movies I love. And Zubaydah probably being the most modern of the Bollywood films that I really got into. Umrao Jan, I love kind of those historical films and also parallel cinema. But now I'm totally into Pakistani dramas. So I would also be happy for recommendations from your Nazarene.
Yeah, go on.
What else I need to see? So I love Sadke Tumhari because I love that village feel. And of course, Humsafar and Zindagi Gulzar Hai. Everybody loves those, right? But I think I do better if they have subtitles. So far I've watched the ones on Netflix.
Have you seen Alif Allah?
I haven't. Alif Allah. Okay, that's my next one.
Like that kind of drama. I was sitting as well. I never watched dramas. I make dramas as well. Like I write script writing as well. But that script was so good. Like, and personally, like I, as a director myself as well, I watch Irani movies as well.
Oh, I have to try Irani movies.
So good. If you watch any Irani movies, you will see how good they are. Like their camera work, and they are amazing. Like Shoaib Mansoor का शायद आपने नाम सुना हो, पाकिस्तानी जो है खुदा के लिए एक मूवी है, वो भी उन्होंने बनाई थी. So these kind of art movie type art movies.
That's what I like. Yeah,
they are amazing, and I will recommend you. I will send you some links, so have a look. Like on those ones as well. Sudha Sharma को वो भी आपको कह रही हैं कि she's saying मेरा नाम मोहब्बत है जहाँ भी पहुँचे. ये आपके लिए कह रही हैं कि especially like आपका एक motive ये भी होता है.
Thank you, Sudha.
Because your time I already took you so much time as well.
Until the kids come in.
Okay. And we the future के अंदर, what do you think about coronavirus? We will talk about a little bit coronavirus as well. Everyone is so panicking these days, and हर घर के अंदर, मैंने अभी कल एक शो किया था जिसके अंदर मैंने एक कोरोना वायरस के पेशेंट को लिया था, जिसने अपनी आप बीती बताई कि अपने वर्ड्स बताए कि कितना हार्ड टाइम था मेरे ऊपर और कितना मुश्किल उसको मैंने ओवरकम किया. Lot of people I've seen, like in Pakistan, in India, or in UK and London as well, they are not taking very serious. So, like a social distance और ये सब चीजें होनी चाहिए, और हम लोगों को we have to look after, like अगर कोई इस टाइम के ऊपर अनफॉर्चुनेट है और जिनके पास होमलेस है या वो है, तो हम लोग को, don't you think, like as a human humanity के तौर पे भी we have to work together?
Yes, I think it's बहुत खतरनाक or गंभीर बीमारी है, and I think that until it affects each and every one of us, maybe people won't realize that. And एक चीज मुश्किल है कि जिन लोगों के लिए हमारे पास sort of white collar नौकरी है, some savings, a sasural to live in. For us, this time is kind of a gift because we get to be with our families.
Exactly.
But for most of the world, and for our elderly parents, and this is extremely dangerous, but also for everyone, who lives paycheck to paycheck. I mean, it's a terrible thing. And I was talking to my children had an ayah, when we lived in London, and I was working full time, and she's in terrible state now. She can't make ends meet, can't even buy food. I mean, even in a wonderful country like the UK that has a good social network, people are really struggling, and my heart goes out to people in Pakistan and in India where there's a more informal economy where people need to work every day to buy food for that day, and I think we just need to be praying and doing whatever we can to protect vulnerable people.
छोटी-छोटी चीजें जो हम लोग कर सकते हैं इस टाइम के ऊपर. Can we call somebody if somebody is living alone? We can just call them.
Yes.
Say
Yes.
like how are you? अगर वो loneliness feel कर रहा है, and then you can like हमारे neighbors के अंदर है, like for example मेरे neighbors में एक गोरी रहती है, and she was not that like very friendly, but I went to her house and like I knocked the door. मैंने पूछा, मैंने कहा तो पहले वो देख के परेशान हो गई, ये क्यों आया? And I told her that मैं आया हूँ कि if you need any food, anything, I can bring it for you, like, and then she was start smiling, like, this is the time we have to look after our neighbors, our family, our everything, because like you're 100% right. हम लोग जिस तरह बैठे हुए हैं तो we got little bit saving करके, अगर holidays भी है या even यहाँ पे जो अभी इस टाइम पे benefit system है, तो they are giving you to stay home, but काफी लोग ऐसे हैं जो इवन लंदन के अंदर भी they are homeless, like when you go outside you feel so hard, like your heart comes out, like हम लोगों को चाहिए कि हम लोग इस तरह का उनके साथ भी अच्छा बर्ताव करें और चीजें करें. Henry, what things drive you to yourself, to motivate yourself, like कि नहीं मैंने आगे करना है, like you are in the what position you was working before, inshallah you're working next as well, but this is a highest dream job for the men's and for the women's as well. What kind of things drive you, like nahi, let's go, like I have to do this, like I have to do this. What kind of things drive you?
It's getting the time to be creative and to be with people. I know it sounds silly, but I also have a quilting hobby. You see this behind the piano here. I sewed this. Yeah. And so one little thing is that, everywhere in the world that I go, I meet, people that touch my life and that I love. And I always think, even if I have this one purpose, I can like make a quilt for everyone I love in the world. And I will never not have something to do. Like till the day I die, I will still be sewing because I love so many people. So there have been times when things have been really hard, intizamiya ke pagham mushkil hai, but I just think, this little purpose, I can like give some love back by something that I make. And so
basically what I understand is basically when you are very sincere with the human, when you are sincere with the humankind, like the God will keep pushing you and keep, like open your, opportunities for you. Basically, कि कभी भी कहीं आप रुकते नहीं हो, क्योंकि when you start loving humans.
Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to love each other, to love humans. I mean, we're here to try to make our little part of the world better, and we do that by the connections that we make, and now we're getting this focus time alone with our families. But how wonderful it is that we have this technology now, and that I haven't talked this much in actually more than weeks and months, because I've been a stay-at-home mommy since September. So it's wonderful to just remember that the world is a big place but a small place, and that we all have the same humanity, and we all have the same hearts, really, and we help each other.
Henry, कुछ जगहों पे ऐसा होता है कि we are a little bit shy about talking few stuffs, like, but we don't understand. This is like a Shakespeare says कि हम लोग एक theater के अंदर हैं, and we all are a part of that theater. Like कोई किसी जगह पे होता है, कोई किसी मुल्क में पैदा होता है, but exactly the human who is living in Europe, in America, in UK, in Pakistan, now the God shows us we all have a common thing. It was Corona. Yeah. Corona is everywhere. Whatever you're, and whatever like your technology आपके पास है, we all are saving the same pain. Everybody is using the same things, like, तो ये भी हम लोगों के लिए बहुत बड़ा lesson है कि we have, क्या कहते हैं?
I mean, मुझे लगता है कि इस बीमारी में बड़ी lessons हैं, and मुझे उम्मीद है कि हमारी सकाफत, दुनिया की सकाफत हमारी, that everything will be different, कि हम बदलेंगे, कि हम parivartan karenge, that might be Hindi, because we can't sustain the way we were, right? We were just getting so far away. We're sleeping really, and not paying attention to the plight of our brothers and sisters. And so I think that, you know, people are using this time as a reflective time. And, you know, those of us who, as you said, hamari kuch savings hai, you know, khandan ke gar hain.
as a Muslim हम लोगों का ये होता है कि we have to give a 2% charity, we have to do it. तो हम लोगों को अगर देखा जाए तो ये वो चैरिटी जो है ना, वो हमको वी आर यू नो लाइक हम एक बिजनेस कर रहे होते हैं विद गॉड बेसिकली. इफ यू गिव मनी, गॉड गिव यू यू नो लाइक अदर स्टफ एज वेल, यू नो लाइक. तो हम लोगों के अंदर ये चीज एक होती है ना, फॉर गिविंग. जो इंसान का दिल खुला होता है, फॉर गिविंग होता है, दे हैविंग यू नो लाइक, स्पेशली उनके साथ एक तो बुरा नहीं होता है. एंड मेजॉरिटी व्हाट आई हैव सीन इन, दे आर वेरी इमोशनल पीपल like me as well. मैं कभी कभार movies देखते हुए I start crying. Something emotional because I'm a creative person. Yeah, I'm a creative person as well. I start crying. You know, like, तो ये बड़ा एक चीज होती है. ये हमारे खालिद साहब है. He lives in Glasgow. He's a businessman and he got his own things as well. He's always there and he's saying blessing for the creator to be serving and he's saying definitely helping to the next generators survive. And Sudha Sharma, she's also there. Congratulations, very interesting and inspiration program. We are doubt to thought us about one. And definitely. Helena, for the children, if they are watching later on about your program, especially girls के लिए जिस तरह बहुत मुश्किल होता है कि दे because you know like you told us on 19 years old आपने अपने आप को उस लेवल के ऊपर लेके आए and you went to the you know like दिल्ली जाके आपने पढ़ा भी. और then अगर ये कहा जाए कि मोटिवेशंस और सब चीजें बचपन से अगर बच्चों के अंदर डाला जाए, how you groom your own children, how you motivate your own children, because a lot of things what I have seen in my children is very hard for me to motivate, because I was telling them like let's do music and they were saying, oh yes dad, we will do it. I was telling him I'm giving him a guitar, I'm taking teachers and
they don't want to.
Yeah. And when I was looking myself, you know, like we was fighting, you know, like for the music and other stuff. How can we, you know, like motivate, you know, like for our children and make them, obviously, you know, like make them a better humans?
I think by हम दिखा सकते हैं just हमारी व्यवहार में, हमारी and our behavior. I think, you know, I want my kids to study Urdu. I want them to like all the things I like, and they're their own kids. They probably won't. I'm hoping कि मेरी पोती या पोता might, you know, like my hobbies. But I think that you first asked about, you know, how can we, what would I say to the girls? I mean, and what do I want to show my children? मैं दिखाना चाहती हूँ कि जो भी इनके बाबा कर सकते हैं, मैं भी कर सकती हूँ, मम्मी भी कर सकती हूँ. लेकिन इसके अलावा maybe, you know, I think in this generation of women, we want to have the career, but we also really want to be good mothers. And so that balance is always there. The previous Assistant Secretary of State, Nisha Biswal, for South Asia, she told me once, I was so impressed with her because she had kids my age and she was an assistant secretary. This was 2015. And I said, you have it all. And she said, you can never do it all, Helena. You can try, but you will never do it all perfectly. And that's true. And I think you know, when I was forcing myself to travel and forcing myself to, you know, Aqwami Mutaida ki General Assembly may do, you know, 15 interviews in a day and, you know, be away from my kids for 3 weeks. I was saying, but I'm showing them ki inki mummy aisa bhi kar sakti hai. So that when they grow up, they will realize their daughters can do that, or that they'll give their wives that freedom. But then at the same time, I really missed them. So, you know, for me, it wasn't possible to be always the mother I needed to be for them when I was working.
But at the moment, you showed as well what is important. At the moment, you have done the important thing now. You know, like you stay with your children and you're spending a good time with them. That is also a part of the life as well. You know, like you have to decide whatever is important, basically. But another thing as well, you know, like these days, the kids always on the phones. My
Yes.
everyone's kids, what they're missing, I think, personal time with the kid,
Mhm.
with the family,
They
and
are growing up so differently.
practical games. You know, like if we normally in this time, I bring, maybe आपको पता हो कैरम बोर्ड, आपको पता है? Carom board
But
is a
they
game, you know, like
Yes, caroms. I loved to play caroms when I was
yeah,
young.
मैं आप कैरम बोर्ड स्पेशली खरीद के लेके आया हूँ, and I
Yeah,
would
बहुत मुश्किल खरीदने
बहुत
के लिए बहुत मुश्किल है.
and they were asking me, Dad, what is this? I said, listen, go sit down and I will show you. And they will start, you know, like loving it. And especially अभी मेरी wife जो है, आपने बात भी की थी, वो full house जो है ना, वो जो अमेरिकन प्रोग्राम होता था, और full house जो
Yeah, Full House, yeah.
yeah, तो वो
Like,
देख रही थी, तो you know, like the छोटा आया, वो कहने लगा, what is this program? And he watched only 1 or 2 episodes and every day is watching Full House. हम लोगों को खुद भी कुछ करना पड़ेगा इन लोगों के लिए, you know, like a practical way, कि ये इन गेम्स से और इनसे बाहर निकले ये. What do you say?
I think it's just they never have to be bored now. You know, entertainment हमेशा इनके सामने है, और हालांकि you know आजकल हम homeschool कर रहे हैं. And but it's online. Everything's online, so the computer's in front of them. So you know, अगर जब हम बचपन में थे, अगर ऊब जाते हैं या तो हमें कुछ draw करना है या गिटार खिलाना है या
Exactly.
sorry, we'd have to. We would find some hobby, right?
Hobby, yeah.
They don't really have to, and so I think you know, मेरे शौहर साहब भी, you know, guitar. He plays the guitar and the piano.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
And you know, we've signed them up for piano lessons, but they don't want to do it.
Oh,
you know,
wow,
they want to
that's
do
great.
something easy. You know, even you know, if you want to learn about something, now there's an infographic on YouTube. You don't have to go to the library and read the encyclopedia. You know, there's some.
I personally, they have more lot of things about learning point of view. के वो बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं. YouTube, I think is amazing thing. You know, like आप कुछ भी बन सकते हैं. You can make a web designer. You can make anything. You know, like their tutorials, but the passion is gone. I think personally, the passion of learning
Yeah.
and जितना easy होता जा रहा है, passion of learning खत्म होती जा रही है उतनी ज़्यादा.
They just they're just different. And I tried to fight it and say no screen time. You can't be on screens all week. But ये तो हमारी मुस्तकबिल है. And you know, their brains will form differently than ours, and this will be part of their life, and we have to strike the balance, right?
And what about technology? कभी कभार आप समझते हैं कि टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत तेजी से वास्ट फॉर टाइमिंग पे जा रही है. और जब when you see, you know, like couple of new gadgets, even I was watching one movie, like I think कुछ दिन पहले देख रहा था मैं, so they were showing about some gadget आपके उसके अंदर chip in कर देते हैं, and then you know, like even you can, whatever you are seeing, you can rewind it and you can see it, you know, like a lot of
Black Mirror.
Yeah. So you know, like आप 007 movies के अंदर, if you watch those movies now, you know, like बहुत पुरानी, तो उसमें email करते हुए दिखा रहे थे और चीजें, तो we never know, you know, like these kind of technologies just around the corner and they're coming, and we will be not aware so much, you know, like about these things.
But I think Farsab, I think there'll be like कोई backlash आएगा, like where लोग धीरे तरह से आहिस्ता तरह से कुछ काम करना चाहते हैं, like कभी if I want to write, I just get a notebook and a fountain pen. You know, like I just sometimes need to, we should all take some time. Yes, screens तो हमारी जिंदगी में होंगी हमेशा, लेकिन you know, जब भी हम आहिस्ता तरह से गुजार कर सकते हैं, so I think we should try sometimes to just slow down. Like in this ye to corona time, it's a time ki we have time to make the dal and chapati and not, you know.
Chapati, yes. And Alina, in the same way, if you go now and reading ghazals, you will be on some other world then. You know, like जब ghazals आप सुन रहे हो और चीजें देख रहे हो, then you will, you know, like you will cool and calm yourself as well. कि ghazaleं आप सुनती हैं, चीजें देखती हैं, तो you know, like you are on some other world.
And you'll start seeing again. अगर मैं थोड़ा सा spiritual तरह से बात कर सकती हूँ, what I can say after, you know, this year at home, Corona के पहले, but definitely, certainly now, is I did just slow down. Or, you know, मैं रोज नमाज करती हूँ, सिर्फ, you know, silence में बैठी हुई हूँ, and you start seeing so much more. And I realized much I didn't see when I was so busy. And that's the reality. Ki, hum masroof hain, we have to live, support our families and have busy lives. But when there's an opportunity like this to step back and be slow, we should take it as a blessing, I think.
And Sudha Sharma कह रहा है दिल चाह रहा है ये प्रोग्राम चलता रहे, and she was so much enjoying. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And especially जिस तरह का आपका like you was telling as well, हम लोग लास्ट वाइंड अप पे भी चले जाते हैं. अगर हम वक्त को पहले लेके जाएं या बाद में लेके जाएं, कौन सी ऐसी शख्सियत है you wanted to meet them and why? क्यों मिलना चाहेंगी? कोई ऐसी शख्सियत जो you said, oh, I love to meet him, like, and why?
So from the past and the future?
Or future or whatever, the thing.
Gosh, that's a hard question that I should have already thought about. But
let's go for the past one then.
Okay, well, definitely my current favorite poet, who is Faiz Ahmed Faiz. The other, who is that author? Is it Mentu, who wrote Toba Tek Singh? That I'm forgetting his. He was an Indian writer who moved to Pakistan during partition, and he wrote Toba Tek Singh and some other. I'm totally blanking on his name, but I think some writer, Virginia Woolf. I think I would like to meet Virginia Woolf, and just
Hassan Manto.
Mantu, yes, Mantu. That was the first.
I was just thinking, like I didn't Google it. I was just.
Mantu. I was thinking Mintu, Mantu.
Mantu. Yes.
Because Mintu was the nickname of one of my host family sons in Rajasthan. Mantu.
I think they also have a lot of movies as well. Mantu ke upar movies bhi bani hai.
Yeah, there was actually one on Netflix or Amazon a few months ago about his life, which was quite interesting.
Or in future, agar koi zinda hai and you wanted to meet them and why?
There are definitely some authors. I think maybe I would go back and meet some early female authors. I used to love Ruth Prower Jabvala, who was, I think she was Dutch or British, and she went to India before partition and married an architect and lived there forever. And I think I would like to have known her.
अच्छा. मेरे ख्याल से शायद आपका स्पीकर
sorry Courtney Dilly decided she wanted to play.
So वो female author you were talking about.
I think I have to think about that question, and we'll have to talk again in the next.
Definitely. And let me go to, what do you value more, intelligence or common sense?
Common sense is probably more important, but I'm a nerd. I'm bookish. So I probably have more fun with intelligence. I have probably more intelligence than common sense myself.
That's true. And what book has influenced you the most?
I have so many books have influenced me the most that I'm just thinking of hundreds of them. I think, gosh, see, I'm an English major. I should have this like right on top of my mind. Maybe The God of Small Things, actually. That was one of them, Arundhati Roy, which I read in college, and which was very, because the concept of people suffering, that, countries are suffering on a large scale, that we can't, conceive of, the millions of people suffering. But the sort of the small things, that our personal sufferings sometimes feel inconsequential, and yet they are so real in each one of our lives. And I think I really, when I went to India for the first time as a student, having just come from a middle class background in the U.S., certainly not wealthy, but compared to the way people were living there, and realizing how much some very poor families had suffered, and yet, like this Khan family that I told you about that lived in Jodhpur under the fort, they would feed me every day. They would, buy me salwar kameez. They would just, sit on the floor, and we would eat together, and how generous people who didn't have very much in the way of material possessions are, but who had so much love and maybe a greater understanding of humanity and what it is to live in this world, than those of us who had things pretty much handed to us. So
That's why, what I have seen, like in show business as well, and other people who got a lot of money and what their end is, they become suicide. They are not happy with their lives.
you
They
see
have
it all the time.
everything, but they don't have their lack of giving. So
Yeah.
when people are coming into a charity works or something, they know exactly what is life, like why we are in this world. And for the giving, your heart will be open, like you feel so nice, I think,
You must
personally.
have a generous spirit. That is the key to happiness, is a generous spirit, no matter what you have, and what you can give what you can. And if it's your time, if it's something that you can make
Small
for.
thing, yeah, exactly. What movie you had, English movie I'm talking about first, and then the drama, you said this is the, I can see every time whenever the movie come, you can go and just sit down
I
and just.
love The English Patient. And that's also my husband's favorite movie. So when we met in Sri Lanka, that's written by a Sri Lankan author, Michael Andanchi. So that was like one thing we bonded over. And then there's also,
What is the movie name?
it's called The English Patient. It's based on a novel, which actually that is probably one of my favorite novels too. I should have mentioned that. But the movie, it has Ray Fiennes and Kristen Scott Thomas. It's probably 25 years old now. But it's set in Egypt during colonial time or World War II. I think it's good. Yeah.
Inspiration. And drama, Pakistani drama, whatever drama.
Pakistani dramas. I tend to go for the historical art films on Netflix. Netflix knows me, so they always give me the period films.
So, are you talking about Qurban? One, that song, that drama?
Qurban, I haven't seen Qurban. I must see Qurban then.
Okay.
I need you to send me a list. I have time.
Okay. Oh, no, you were telling me about Qurban, Sadke Tumhare, I think.
Oh, Satke Tumhari. Yeah. I really like that one too, because I lived, when I was a graduate student, lived in a host family in a haveli like that, and cooking chapati on the fire on the ground, and there is no better sleep than on a charpoy.
Oh, wow.
Find one of those in England or in America.
Exactly.
That's the bed I want. So.
I personally think, Helena, by maybe, what you was telling us, we all miss as well, like the sleeping, or, like, or we can see the stars and everything, like, and it's an open place, and the food, like, especially chapati and everything, we all miss it. We can't find it over here.
You're closer to life because you're eating with your hands, you're bathing with a bucket. I just felt like so alive, living a more simple life, and miss it.
In the end, tell us about what food you can make it. How good you are into.
So I make pretty good chapatis, like proper fulkas. Now my sauce has a gas oven, so I can make the puffy fulka chapati. Pretty good at dal and bindi. I do an okay lal mas, like some curry, but I'm not sure that it would be good for like a proper Pakistani family. But for like the gory attempt, it's pretty good.
Oh, that's great. And in the end, any message for Pakistani people, Indian people who love humanity, basically, who loves, as a connection to each other? Any message if you wanted to give us to the viewers?
Peace starts with us. It's peace isn't between nations; it's between people. Really, that's where we can make the difference. And I love people. Dono sarhad ke dono taraf par. आप लोगों की सकाफत and khandan, and I love you on both sides. And so I hope that through the shared language that people can continue to build bridges, and
especially in this occasion when the corona was there, and when the corona was there, in both sides, the poor people are dying, like for the hungers as well. They have to be think about humanity more than religion, than anything else, I think.
Yeah, I mean it's one God, and all the different ways that we receive God, and we're all humans, and we all have the the human heart with the divine, a need for that divine connection. I just also want to say, thank you to the people of South Asia for giving me a family and giving me a second home. I mean, everywhere that I have family all over the world now, and it's been a great blessing.
Lena, I, on behalf of the people as well, and personally as well, as on my request, you come as well. I have to say, God bless you, and be like that. Honestly speaking, you are more influential with the people as well, and people can connect. It's not about the. I personally think the position is about the humanity or the human nature, basically.
Insaniyat.
Insaniyat. टाइम टू टाइम आई थिंक आपसे जब मैं उर्दू में बात कर रहा हूँ तो आपकी पुरानी बैक उर्दू वापस भी आ रही है तो आप कंटिन्यू बोलते रहेंगे. आई लर्न जर्मन एज वेल माई सेल्फ बैक होम. तो अब मैं कभी कोई जर्मन कोई बंदा बोलता है आई कैन स्पीक 2 or 3 words एंड देन स्टॉप बिकॉज कोई विकैबुलरी खत्म हो जाती है आपकी बोलते हुए.
और हमारी आपके साथ बात करके तो वक्त के बाद कुछ याद आया.
बहुत बहुत थैंक यू वेरी मच लीना आपका टाइम का स्पेशली एंड इट वाज प्लेजर टॉकिंग अबाउट योर पास्ट एज वेल एंड प्रेजेंट्स एंड स्पेशली मेरे ख्याल से जितना लोगों को मोटिवेशन मिली होगी इससे कि हर चीज का जो है वो जो व्हाट आई हैव सीन इज कि ह्यूमैनिटी और इन चीजों को आप साथ रखें एंड कीप गोइंग कीप पुशिंग योरसेल्फ. आगे से आगे आप अपने आप को पुश अप करते जाएंगे तो गॉड आपको ऑटोमेटिकली आपको हेल्प आउट करता रहेगा और आपको चीजें करता चला जाएगा. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
बहुत शुक्रिया. You're doing such a service to the world by using this platform to give your message of humanity too. So आपको बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया and इंशाल्लाह हम जल्दी फिर मिलेंगे.
Definitely. और मैं बल्कि आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि एक दफा फिर हमारे पास होना चाहिए and this time we will do something fun, and something because मुझे भी नहीं पता था कि मैं किस तरह की चीजें होंगी. That's why I was telling you as well. And God bless you. सुधा शर्मा भी कह रही हैं, इमरान नकवी हमारे प्रेजेंटर हैं टीवी के ऊपर, ये भी कह रहे हैं जबरदस्त and lot of messages, good messages for you.
Song next time and then we'll practice the song. मैं सिर्फ घर पे बैठी हुई हूँ तो जबी.
हाँ तो मैं तो बल्कि हम लोग व्हाट विल डू हम लोग थोड़ा सा क्योंकि अभी हम लोगों ने गजलों की बात की है चीजें की है. मैं आपको रेकमेंड करूंगा गालिब ड्रामा जरूर देखिएगा. गालिब ड्रामा नसीरुद्दीन शाह है. नसीरुद्दीन शाह है.
He's my favorite actor.
Honestly speaking, Helena, जब मैं वो कभी लगाता हूँ ना तो I will keep staying and just तो देखते रहते कि you go to that era as well, आप उस era में पहुंच जाते जाके कि इतना जबरदस्त लोग इतनी जबरदस्त शायरी किस तरह बात करते थे. That is amazing.
Right?
Yes, exactly. Sorry?
You asked about intellect versus common sense. That's a very intellectual.
Exactly. But thank you very much, Helena. I already took so much time. I asked you about the 30 minutes, and I took you more than an hour. Sorry for that as well, but.
शोहर साहब बहुत इंसान है और इन्होंने बच्चों की देखभाल किया.
It was a pleasure talking to you, Helena, and definitely we will seeing you very soon as well. And God bless you and for future work as well. And आप definitely बहुत high जाएंगी और बहुत ऊपर जाएंगी और people love you, especially Sudha Sharma saying love you, Helena, and she is work for BBC Urdu Hindi. So आपकी तरफ दोनों साइडों से आपको मोहब्बत मिल रही है. पाकिस्तान साइड से भी मिल रही है और दूसरी साइड से भी मिल रही है और जो है इसके अलावा ये डेफिनेटली वी विल कीप लुकिंग फॉर योर नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम एज वेल. थैंक यू वेरी मच हलीना.
थैंक यू.
तो ये थी हलीना और इतना मजा आया है मुझे कि मतलब टाइम का तो मैं कह रहा हूँ पता ही नहीं लगा बिल्कुल ना. लाइक फ्लाइंग टाइम ऐसे कर रहा था कि फ्लाई हो रहा था बिल्कुल. बट आप सब लोगों ने भी अंदाजा किया होगा कि ये मुझे नहीं लग रहा था कि ये एक जो है अमेरिकन थी या जो है अमेरिका के अंदर पैदा हुई थी. ये इनके अंदर जो रूह थी इज सो प्योर कि जिस तरह वो बात कर रही थी कि आसमान के ऊपर लेटता और चारपाई आई फील सो नाइस एज़ वेल, यू नो लाइक हम लोग इन चीज़ों को तरसते हैं, और ये देखें इन्होंने जब ये इंडिया गई होंगी तो इंडिया के अंदर उन्होंने ये चीज़ें देखी होंगी। हम लोगों के अंदर, हम लोग जो पीछे भाग रहे हैं, बड़े-बड़े जहाज़, बड़े-बड़े, वो इतना सुकून नहीं देता है जितना सुकून आपको आपकी ह्यूमैनिटी देती है, आपको छोटी चीज़ों में देती है, आपको छोटे घर में मिलती है। ज़रूरी नहीं है कि बड़ा घर आपको खुशी देगा, आपको छोटे घर के अंदर आपकी अपनी फैमिली, आपके अगर रूट्स अच्छे बने हुए हैं, दे विल गिव यू मोर हैप्पीनेस देन एनीथिंग एल्स। तो इनकी इस बातों से और इस चीज़ों से बहुत सारे लोग जिस तरह से इंस्पायर हुए थे, मैं भी बड़ा मुतासिर हुआ हूँ, और मैं पहले भी एनिमे डालता था, बट आई वाज गॉट मोर रिस्पेक्ट अबाउट हर एज़ वेल, यू नो लाइक अबाउट हर वर्क, अबाउट हर पैशन। एंड आई पर्सनली थिंक कि हलीना के जो हस्बैंड है ना, दे आर परफेक्ट मैच एज़ वेल, यू नो लाइक अगर कोई हस्बैंड जब तक इतना पुश नहीं करता है, तो उसमें उनको आपस में इतनी चीज़ें नहीं मिलती, तो शी इज़ वेरी लकी। और हम सब दुआएँ भी इनकी फैमिली के लिए भी है, इनकी जो बच्चों के लिए भी है, कि दे गॉड ब्लेस देम एंड यू नो लाइक प्रोटेक्ट देम एज़ वेल। और आप लोगों का बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया आप सबका देखने का भी, और उम्मीद है कि नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम के लिए डेफ़िनेटली हम इनको वापस ज़रूर बुलाएँगे, क्योंकि मुझे तो बहुत मज़ा आया। और इसके अलावा नेक्स्ट के अंदर एक जो है मैं शो बिज़नेस के अंदर सिंगर्स वगैरह को भी लेके आऊँगा, कुछ 2-4 सिंगर्स हैं। तो इन द मीनवाइल मुझे आप खुदा हाफ़िज़ मेरी तरफ से, और थैंक यू वेरी मच आप सबका देखने का।